trying. Yo, barkeep. Hit me with a shot of your worst rot gut. You know, I'm talking about a real engine stripper. And, keep them coming, okay? All right. I like your style, friend. I know a man fighting his demons when I see one. What's got you calling on the spirits for help tonight? Seriously? Yeah, of course. This is a safe space. Are you insane? The Tyranids have arrived. All right, the Tyranids. Love the Tyranids. To the Tyranids. Oh, you love the Tyranids? Who's your favorite Tyranid? You know, the one that... the big one who plays guitar. It's, Tyronius. Tyronius? What do you think Tyranids are? I don't know, man. I'm just trying to be supportive. If Tyranids are a reason to drink, then I'm all for it. My guy. Tyranids are one of the many, many threats we are constantly at war with. How do you not know this? Listen, I work in a manufactorum all day. They push us until our bodies break, and then I get to go share a dorm with 10 guys who can't stop farting. I'm pretty much always exhausted, and if I'm being honest, I get super confused anytime I try to learn anything about our universe. Well, I hate to break it to you, but ignorance is not bliss in this case. Humanity is getting hammered by existential threats from every possible direction every day. Hammered, you say? Oh yeah, hammered. Absolutely hammered by war. Okay, well, pretend for a moment that I don't know anything about this war hammering. Let's start simple. What's a Tyranid? They're like bugs, but they're aliens. Some of them are small, some of them are bigger than tanks. They got guns and spaceships and stuff, but it's all alive. Okay, so they're a biomechanical species. How do you not know what Tyranids are, but you know biomechanical? Hey, I'm not stupid, alright? I've just never had any interest in this particular stuff. Anyway, the Tyranids travel through space, devouring anything and everything in their path. They consume all biomatter to fuel their reproduction and evolution. People, trees, the ocean. They don't stop until a planet has been stripped clean of all organic life. And you say those things are here, right now. Yep. They're attacking the upper levels of the hive, and unless the Space Marines can stop them, we're probably all gonna get eaten. Huh. Well, I was probably gonna fall in a vat of molten steel at some point in the near future, so I guess it doesn't make much difference if I get eaten alive or not. I mean, it might make a difference to you if they get you with acid. Wait, acid? What acid? It's what they shoot from their bioweapons instead of bullets. They squirt acid that can dissolve you into a puddle. Okay, on a suffering scale, what are we talking about here? Well, I hear it isn't quick or painless, if that's what you mean. From what I understand, you can be basically a puddle and still technically alive. And I don't know how this works, but apparently you can still scream, so who knows? Why though? Why would they do that? I don't know. Makes us easier to eat, like soup? That's only one of the neat tricks they have, though. They've got a lot of other ways to kill us, and the acid just seemed like the most humane place to start. You know, I've been quietly praying for a way out of having to keep going to work every day, but this is not what I had in mind. Am I being cursed for daring to pray for such things? Oh, you want to talk about cursed? I hear the Chaos Marines have been spotted up there, too. Okay, what the hell is a Chaos Marine? Well, you know what a regular Space Marine is, right? Oh yeah, of course. That's like the only thing I know about all this stuff. Those are the, big blue guys, right? Right, well, to give you a clearer picture, a Space Marine is a genetically engineered superhuman. They're around 12 feet tall and basically can't die. Chaos Marines are former Space Marines that have been corrupted by demons. Demons? Yeah. Come on, there's demons now? Yeah. We've been dealing with demons ever since we developed the ability to navigate space through the warp. Demons. Like for real demons, not some metaphor about the darkness lurking in the hearts of men that we fight with alcohol. Yes, for real demons, as in supernatural monsters who can and will submit you to all manner of horrific suffering in order to feast on your emotions. Okay, but like all emotions? What about happiness and joy? Those are emotions. Do they maybe also subject us to nice things to feast on our happiness? I see what you're trying to do here, but there's not going to be a bright side. Ever. Take Slaanesh, one of the 4 chaos gods, known as the Prince of Pleasure. Slaanesh does indeed enjoy happiness, but happiness is kind of subjective. For example, someone could torture you and have a complete blast doing it, so your tormentor's happiness counts for Slaanesh. And so does your pain. Because some people take pleasure in pain and yada yada. You see how this works, right? So I guess it's safe to assume anyone corrupted by the influence of Slaanesh isn't going around the galaxy spreading good vibes. That would be an excellent guess. So what about these Chaos Marines? What fun and exciting ways can I look forward to die at their hands? Oh, you'll be lucky if they kill you at all. Those guys have a lot of fun uses for horrifically tortured flesh and some truly innovative ways to make sure you live through it all. Why, though? Why can't they just be chill? How come everything has to be horrific torture? You're a gigantic immortal demigod. You won the terrible existence lottery. Maybe just go enjoy that. You're not going to believe this, but horrific torture kind of is how they enjoy being gigantic immortal demigods. Oh, of course. Silly me. I'm just a simple man who enjoys simple things like a ray of sunshine on my face and not horrifically torturing anyone. Things could be a lot worse. The Imperium could decide to do an exterminatus on the whole planet. Space Marines are here though, so someone up there still thinks we've got a chance. Dude, at this point, I'm kind of hoping they do nuke us. It's starting to sound like the best option. Yeah, can't argue with that. Whether or not the Space Marines can save the planet, I have a feeling by the time it's over, most of us are going to be begging for a nice, clean exterminatus. So, what are our options? Just sit here and wait to either be saved or turned into screaming goo? Not a chance. Every able-bodied person in the Hive is most likely going to be drafted. We're going to get a chance to face our fates head-on as meat shields for the Imperium. Well, I don't want to do that. There's got to be some alternative to all the suffering. Like, what if we just left? And go where? Tyranids eat entire planets, remember? What if we left the planet? If the Tyranids win here, they're free to keep going. You'd have to leave the entire solar system to escape. Okay, so what if we do that? In order to do that, you have to travel through the warp. The place where demons live? Well, how does everyone else do it? By using an absurdly elaborate navigation system involving a person psychically connected to the warp who is able to map all of its myriad of dangers. Do you have psychic powers? Or does anyone you know have a psychic connection to the warp? No, I don't think so. What if we stowed away on a ship? Oh, desertion. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. If the Militarum catches you, it's death by firing squad. That sounds relatively straightforward. Almost pleasant at this point. It does, doesn't it? There's more, isn't there? Now you're catching on. There's always the possibility they'll turn you into a servitor. Which is a mindless cyborg programmed to carry out back-breaking labor until it ceases to function. I'd be mindless though, right? Well, they say your mind gets wiped, but you know how everything is. I think it's a safe bet to assume it's not true. Our lives are meaningless as it is, so why would they bother wiping our minds before turning us into cybernetic slaves? Good point. It's probably a lot cheaper to let us suffer. I'm basically a slave now, and I'm fully conscious while the 10-man all-fart choir performs their nightly symphony. You also don't look like a terrifying marriage between man and machine. Servitors are not pretty. You can tell by looking at them that their existence is only pain. This is ridiculous, man. I probably could have handled life if it was just a crappy job and a fascist system of government, but all this other stuff is way too much. At what point do things become so relentlessly awful that it makes no sense for people to want to continue living? This might come as a surprise, but a lot of people seem to really enjoy it. Why? Why would anyone enjoy an existence so grim and dark? I don't know, man. Something to do, I guess. Maybe being steeped in such continuous, unrelenting awfulness puts nicer things into perspective. Nice things like what? Name me literally one nice thing that makes this horrible existence worth living. This right here. Okay, hear me out. I don't want to get too dark. A little late for that. But what if we just went out on our own terms? Okay, I like that. Something nice and quick. Maybe as painless as possible. Exactly. Maybe we dive headfirst into one of those molten vats. Might suck for a split second, but then, sweet release. Well, I only see one flaw in your plan, and it's what happens to your soul when you die. Do we actually know what happens? Indeed we do. Our souls return to the warp. The place where demons live. Yep. And guess what demons love to do with souls? Feast on its pain. You're one of us now. You finally understand life and the warhammering. Nothing ever gets better. Things can only get worse. And there's no way to escape any of it. Just live a terrible life and then spend eternity in torment? Well, there is one hope. Finally, let's hear it. The Emperor of Man. The immortal god who protects us all from the chaos of the warp through sheer will alone, has created a place in the warp where loyal souls may find peace. Ah, I see what's going on here. I'm detecting skepticism. What do you think is going on? Well, in order to control people and make them tolerate this spectacularly miserable existence, you invent a story about eternal damnation and a way to avoid it if only you do all the terrible things that we tell you to do. It's a hustle, man. No one knows anything about souls, or even if we have souls to begin with. I'd be inclined to agree with you if there wasn't several cases of people retrieving souls from the warp and then storing them. Sometimes in new bodies. You serious? Yep. The warp, demons, souls. There's documented proof of all of it. These are all realities of life. Well, except for the part about the Emperor protecting you. There's no real proof of that. It might just be something people tell themselves to feel better. Oh, obviously. So, what you're saying is our best chance for anything even remotely resembling peace is to willingly fight for the Imperium against literal nightmares, possibly experiencing mind-shattering torture as a result, and then hope for the off chance that our warmongering Emperor has created a special place where we don't get tormented by demons for the rest of eternity. Pretty much, yeah. This fucking sucks, man.
All able-bodied individuals, please report to the nearest Astro Militarum recruitment office at once. This is not a request. Do not fail to comply. The Emperor provides.